You've often heard me say that Jesus did not answer the words of men. He answered the hearts of men. How many times do we read in scriptures where people are asking questions or they're saying things to Jesus that the words by themselves, they don't look bad. In fact, they look very kind and they look very submissive. But then Jesus really gets in their face and challenges them. Other people walk up to Jesus and seem to ask very impertinent questions. And Jesus said, "You're close to the kingdom of heaven." He answers them very graciously. It's because Jesus never answered the words of people. He answered the hearts of people. Now, let me show you a great illustration of this. In our text today, in our reading in Luke 7, beginning with verse 36, one of the Pharisees asked Jesus to have dinner with him. So Jesus went to his home and sat down to eat. Now, this looks like a very gracious host, okay? When a certain immoral woman from the city heard that he was eating there, she brought a beautiful alabaster jar filled with expensive perfume. Then she knelt behind him at his feet, weeping. Her tears fell on his feet, and she wiped them off with her hair. Then she kept kissing his feet and putting perfume on them. When the Pharisee who had invited him saw this, he said to himself, now he's not saying this out loud. He's only saying this to himself. These are his own thoughts. If this man were a prophet, he would know what kind of woman is touching him. She's a sinner. Then Jesus answered his thoughts. Didn't answer his words. He never spoke the words. Jesus answered his thoughts. "Simon," he said to the Pharisee, "I have something to say to you." "Go ahead, teacher," Simon replied. And then Jesus really corrects him and challenges him. Now, brothers and sisters, oftentimes people will ask an impertinent question. They'll say words that don't sound very nice to the ears, but their hearts are right. You say, "Well, Pastor, how can that be?" Please ask any husband who's ever hurt his wife's feelings because he was trying to say something and it didn't come out right. His heart was right, but his words were so clumsy and it just didn't come out right. And he makes his wife cry, and then he stands there and goes, "I should have just shut up." We all have had those situations where our words were very clumsy. Our words were very inaccurate. Our words did not communicate what we really meant within our heart. It comes out wrong. But Jesus doesn't answer our words. He answers our hearts. Now, beloved, number one, you need to remember that there are times God just answers your hearts. You're thinking something, and then God brings a teaching situation to your life, just like he did here with Simon the Pharisee. You're thinking something, and then all of a sudden, God does a teaching session in your life. He's answering the thoughts of your heart. As leaders, we also have to be a little patient, because there are people with really good hearts and their words are clumsy and they come out wrong. Learn to answer the hearts of people. Learn to answer the thoughts of people, not the clumsy words that come out. And learn also that there are people in this world that are very skilled at spinning. They're very skilled at putting things that are very derogatory and very ugly in a very sweet, palatable way. It's killing you softly. It's a painless dagger to the heart. You have to learn. Don't answer words as a leader. Answer hearts.